Hola amigos y amigas, you're listening to the English Made Simple show. This is episode number 333, number 333, número 333. Welcome back amigos y amigas, welcome back. It's your host Milena from EnglishMadeSimple.net. I'm here with another episode of an English Made Simple show. Today's episode is about how to politely interrupt in English. How to politely interrupt somebody in English. We'll talk about when you're with friends and when you're at work as well. And I'll share something a little personal as well. My husband interrupts me all the time, okay? I can almost never finish my sentence, and let me tell you, he doesn't even use the right phrases when he interrupts. He just starts talking over me. Amigos, that's the impolite way to interrupt. So today we're going to learn the polite way to interrupt somebody, okay? First of all, interrupting is a normal part of conversation. Sometimes it's necessary. Maybe you have an urgent update in a meeting and you need to speak up, or you're trying to clarify something your friend just said. But the way you do it can make a big difference. In English, there's a big difference between cutting someone off, which sounds rude, and politely joining in. So the impolite way, let's cover that first. I'm going to share my personal example. All right, let me give you an example from my own home life. The other night, I was telling my husband about something funny that happened at the supermarket, and I said, so I was at the checkout, and the cashier said, and my husband says, oh, did you see they've just got mangoes on sale? We should get some. And that was it. My moment was gone. My story was gone. He completely changed the topic to mangoes. I didn't even get to the punchline of my story. So this, amigos y amigas, is what I call the mango incident. And it's a perfect example of the impolite way to interrupt somebody. No warning, no polite phrase, just boom, new topic, right? It's really annoying. So yes, I'm sure most of you will agree that was really annoying. Now we're going to learn about the polite way. The polite way involves a short intro phrase before you speak. This shows respect and gives the other person a signal that you want to say something. So here are some polite interruption phrases that you can use and practice with your friends or at work. So let me give you an example first for at work. Sorry to interrupt, but that's the first thing you can say. Sorry to interrupt, John, but okay. The next one is, if I could just add something here. You can interrupt that way. If I could just add something here. Or you can also say, which is quite common, could I jump in for a moment? Could I jump in for a moment? So you can interrupt somebody that way. Now, if you're with friends, you can say, hey, can I just say something quickly? Hey, can I just say something quickly? Another example you can use is, oh, that reminds me. And then you can say, use this phrase if it's related to whatever your friends were saying. So, oh, that reminds me. And the last example I wanted to use for kind of casual, informal way to interrupt somebody, you can say, hold on, before you go on. So it's like a playful tone you can use with your friends. Oh, hold on, before you go on. Okay, before you go on. Okay, before you continue. That's what we mean, before you go on. Cool. So these are just some phrases that you can use with friends or when you're at work. Let me also share a hypothetical example with my imaginary friend Anna. So imagine you're in a meeting and my imaginary friend is there and she's speaking. Okay, so Anna is speaking. Anna says, the quarterly results show a 10% increase. Okay, this is when you're at work. And you say, oh, sorry to interrupt, Anna, but I think we might be looking at last year's figures here. Okay, so Anna is presenting and she says the quarterly results show a 10% increase. And then you say, sorry to interrupt, but I think we might be looking at, I don't know, last year's figures. So that's a polite, respectful way to interrupt somebody. Now let me share with you a hypothetical example with my other imaginary friend, Carlos. Okay, so you are chatting with friends at a cafe. Carlos is telling a very long story and Carlos says, and then we went to the beach and then we had ice cream and then you say, hey, can I just say something quickly before I forget? You can interrupt Carlos that way. Hey, can I just say something quickly before I forget? See, it's really friendly and polite. Still sounds polite. Doesn't sound too rude. Cool bananas. So when is it okay to interrupt? When there's urgent or important information that you want to share, when you need clarification, when the person is going off topic and time is short. In casual conversation, when you're adding something relevant, you can interrupt your friends. And remember, amigos, if you do interrupt, keep it short. Let the other person continue after you, okay? So that's also a polite way. Let them finish as well after you interrupted them. Alrighty, amigos and amigas, it's time for our repeat after me segment. So I'm just going to say some phrases and then you can repeat after me and you can practice them out loud. So I'll say each phrase slowly and you can repeat after me. Ready? I'll share 3 phrases with you, amigos y amigas. Number 1, sorry to interrupt, but. Sorry to interrupt, but. And then you say your idea. Number 2, if I could just add something here. If I could just add something here. And number 3, hey, can I just say something quickly? Hey, can I just say something quickly? Awesome. Amigos y amigas, if you want to practice more real-life English conversations like this, you can learn with me at englishmadesimple.net/learnwithme. Whether it's workplace English or everyday English, we can work together so you can speak clearly and confidently. All right, amigos y amigas, thank you for tuning in today. You've been jamming with Milena. Keep practicing, amigos. Stay cool and keep in touch. Until next time, hasta la próxima.